What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Wednesday, November 30th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments, who are your favorite plays for today's slate? Finally, I got to give that shout out to BetMGM. If you're new to sports betting, if you haven't signed up at BetMGM yet, and you live in a legal sports betting state, follow the link in the description, head on over. I need you to put $10 down on one of the World Cup matches. For today, you should either take France or Argentina. Make it easier on yourself. But win or lose, you will get $200 in free bets from BetMGM. That, my friends, is a no-brainer to me. Rounding out the bottom of my top 10 is Caris LeVert, Terrence Mann, Yusuf Nurkic, Rudy Gobert, and Jeremy Grant on the outside looking in, who will be my favorites. My top 5 plays for today. It is time to find out. First up at number 5, we're going to Nick Claxton. He is center eligible. 5,800 projected for 34. The goal is 39. He's in the optimal lineup 16% of the time. No Ben Simmons. So I think Claxton's just going to play as many minutes as he can handle at center. So I gave him 32. He's a 1.1 fantasy point per minute guy. And I think the floor spacing is just going to help out a ton here. He's going to be your rim running center, your pick and roll big. And I think that fits him pretty well. Not having to worry. Like, everybody else on the floor, at least in the starting lineup, is going to be a shooter. So the lanes should look a little bit more open. 15 points, 15% usage here for Claxton, 12 real points, 10.5 boards. So that's a double-double straight away. 2 assists and 3 stocks. It's a nice matchup here against Washington. Slight pace down spot, but they are 6-point favorites. I just want to get to Claxton. With Simmons out, this opens up everything for everyone. Speaking of guys getting a benefit for guys being out, Anthony Edwards in at number 4, shooting guard, small forward eligible. So you also get guard, forward, and utility. 8K projected for 46. The goal is 50. He's in the optimal lineup 16% of the time. 36 minutes for Anthony Edwards, 1.27 fantasy points per minute because Karl Anthony Towns is going to be out for the next month plus. Gets a nice usage bump when Karl Anthony Towns is not on the floor. 30% usage for Edwards, 26 real points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 stocks. It's a pace-up spot against the Memphis Grizzlies. They're 3.5-point dogs, so this one should be competitive throughout. You get all 5 of the 8 possible positions that you can. Everything looks good for Edwards. I don't know what else I could possibly say. No Towns. I think the pieces are just going to fit together a little bit better. You get Rudy Gobert as the pick and roll big. Maybe you get Edwards involved in that pick and roll. Maybe he's on the weak side and he's getting kickouts and you got people closing out on him and he's just blowing by him with crazy athleticism. Whatever it is, I really like Anthony Edwards today. I also like Justice Winslow in at number 3, small forward, power forward eligible, just 4,600, projected for 30. The goal is 33. He is in the optimal lineup 16% of the time. 33 minutes here for Winslow. The Portland starters are just sort of set in stone, playing 32 minutes plus, and there's not really any, nothing weird happens for Portland as long as everybody's in. He's a 0.9 fantasy point per minute guy that touches every statistical category, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 stocks. It's a massive pace-up spot for Portland here against the Lakers. They gain 3.2 possessions over their average. That certainly works for me. They are 5.5-point dogs. That's fine. They are on a back-to-back, which isn't ideal, but it's not changing anything for me. This price is too low for the role that he has. At number 2, we go back to Brooklyn for Kyrie Irving. He's point guard eligible, 8,500, projected for about 50 fantasy points. The goal is only 52.5, and he's in the optimal lineup 18% of the time. 37 minutes for Kyrie Irving. The minutes are just up. He's played 38 in 3 straight. He's a 1.3 fantasy point per minute guy. 32% usage, 30 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, and 2 stocks. Slight pace down spot against Washington, but they are 6-point favorites. No Ben Simmons here just puts the ball in Kyrie Irving's hands infinitely more than it's been when these guys have been sharing the floor. It's just very easy for Kyrie Irving to now run the offense, or at least semi-run the offense with Durant, instead of having like this 3-headed monster of ball handlers. I think all of those additional touches are just going to blow Kyrie's projection out of the water. If you're paying up, quote unquote, to anybody today, 8,500 is a no-brainer for a guy with Kyrie Irving's skill set that's playing 36 plus minutes. Now, before we get to that number one contender, please, one last reminder. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. You gotta follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Please let me know in the comment section who your favorite plays are. And then head on over to BetMGM using the link in the description. Get yourself $200 in free bets by putting down $10 on either France or Argentina in the World Cup today. Your number one contender for today is slow-mo. Kyle Anderson, small forward, power forward eligible, 3,800, projected for 28.5. The goal is 29, and he is in the optimal lineup 19% of the time. Slow-mo should see the biggest benefit for Karl Anthony Towns being out. I gave him 28 minutes. I think, 30, 32. I think that's all viable. McDaniels is also questionable. If he happens to be out, then it is 30 plus minutes for Anderson by default. It's a fantasy point per minute guy, 15% usage, and then he's sort of like Justice Winslow today, but with a better price. 10 points, 7 boards, 4 assists, 2 stocks, slight pace-up spot against Memphis, competitive matchup. This is a price thing. Kyle Anderson is priced to be a backup on the Wolves. He's not priced to be what I think is the starter playing 28 minutes in Karl Anthony Towns' absence. Take advantage of 3,800. It's the easiest pay down you'll find today. Kyle Anderson is your number one contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Wednesday, November 30th. FanDuel version's around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win a little bit of money. We are back again on Friday because there is only one game in the NBA tomorrow, and I am not doing a contenders video. So I will see you guys Friday morning for another edition of the Contenders.